The big difference between Catholics and Protestants, non-Catholic Christians, is that the Catholic Church was founded by the Son of God, by God himself, and Protestant religions, every one of them, was founded by a fallible man. Period. Period. This is not something that Catholics walk around and boast and go, oh, in your face. That's not what we do. If it comes across that way, that's not the way it's supposed to be. That is not our intention. The Catholic faith is a gift from Almighty God, and we want everyone in the world to have this gift. Not only are Catholics Christians, but the Catholic Church is the original, authentic faith. Now, how do we know that? That's another thing we get here an awful lot. A lot of phone calls, a lot of emails from people saying, you're not the authentic church. You're not the authentic church at all. Way back at the beginning, there were two churches going on, two Christian churches, and one of them went off track and got pulled aside by Constantine and turned into this big apostasy, horrible, pagan-worshiping thing, and that's you Catholics. And the rest of us were these quiet little underground people, and we were secretly there. Well, really? Show me a document that says that, besides preaching that's come up in the last 100 years. There isn't one shred of historical evidence to support that. Nowhere does it say that. And show me a document before 1900 or maybe 1850 that makes that claim. None of that is true. Martin Luther didn't think that was true. John Calvin didn't think that was true. So you're going to tell me that this one group of secret Christians who no one ever heard of, no one knew where they were, no one knew anything about them, secretly skirted under the radar for 1850 years and all of a sudden popped up, and now here they are. That's stupid. I'm sorry, that's stupid. I told you the show would sometimes be difficult to hear, and I'm not going to let idiotic statements pass unchallenged. That is a stupid notion that there was some other little hidden church and they were the real Christians. There's no proof for it. No one ever heard of that until 1850 years into the Christian faith. It's a very convenient story. There isn't one shred of historical evidence to support. You don't let lies and misconceptions go unchallenged. You don't. And we're not going to let it go unchallenged here. You're Christian or you're Catholic. Now, to the Catholic ear, this makes no sense. That's like walking up to me and saying, are you a human or are you a man? This is how this sounds to the Catholic ear. What do you mean? You all laughed when I said, are Catholics really Christians? But there are tons of people walking around today who think that Catholics are not Christians because we don't have that name. It doesn't say, welcome to St. Mary's Christian Church. It says, welcome to St. Mary's Catholic Church on the marquee. Well, don't go there, son. They're Catholics. We go, we're Christian. Well, there's a little bit of history that needs to be talked about here, but I'll tell you, the problem is the name. The problem is the name and the lack of education that folks don't understand the history of what has happened here. Somehow, some way, in the last 15 or 20 years, the word Christian has been sort of co-opted by non-Catholic Christians to the exclusion of Catholics. And Catholics don't realize this.